And then I will give us face. Yay! I'm never gonna start in any other way than that. I'm always gonna explain what I'm doing at the beginning of every stream.
I mean, it's part of the charm.
I guess that and all the technical confusion like 50 seconds ago. So hi, we're there for a new
that was
DevTalk.
on my part.
Yes, for once it wasn't me. And today, oh, my camera is all confused. Okay, I'm sorry. So today on DevTalk, we have Will from Gossiam Game and No Playing the Game that we often have in the chat. So we wanted to take a day to talk about Aquadream and solo deving. So hi, Will.
Take a day.
Hello, how are you guys?
Yeah, I'm talking in days, not in like hours. Like
24
yes.
hour.
You didn't knew, huh?
stream?
Surprise, Will.
My God, Jesus.
I hope you have something to drink because it's gonna be long.
Yep, I got my Pepsi.
coffee.
And I'm straight gonna go for him because I've seen it and it's beautiful. So you have something to drink, but you also have a friend with you. And I want you to show him because it's so cute.
It's my little mascot.
Yes. Look at the little. It's so fluffy.
Oh, it's an actual anglerfish.
Yes,
Yep, it's an anglerfish.
but a fluffy one.
A fluffy anglerfish.
Yes.
That's so cool.
It was there when I was making Aquadream.
Never alone.
What's his name?
Yes. Does he have a name?
Sadly, no.
No.
I don't call my my character name.
You don't name your fish?
No, no, I don't. Sadly.
We need to find him a name. I'm not sure yet, but we'll find a name for him.
Perfect.
So, do you want to introduce yourself? Like, let us know who you are, what you're doing, what's your main, like, I don't know, title? Because you're a solo dev, so you have, like, all the title. But, like, the main title that when you start making video game or being interested in video game, what was your first angle towards it?
First of all, I'm William, so yes, Santo.
I'm sorry, I was doing a live comment on the amount of questions that was asked in 1 second. So I was like,
he asked me.
What do you want to answer first?
He asked me to ask question because he did not want it to be the only one asking like clear question. I think he meant one question, not like 12 at the time. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
He's owning the interviewing thing.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, you're doing great.
Okay, so I'm gonna get silent and wait for the answer.
All right, so I'm William, and I'm from Gossiam Game. It's my little studio that I started in February 2024 when I first made Aquadream. So yeah, it was from a game jam, and it was more for testing and trying to make a game. So it was like when I finished the game jam, I was like, oh, let's do this game jam to a full game, and that's why I created Aquadream after that.
Was that game jam with other people, or were you solo deving on that game jam too?
It was solo deving too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I know some are like in person and you kind of have a team, and sometimes it's just like remote, and it depends. And I've never been to any game jam, so I always think it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was solo at first, but when I did the game jam, I was solo. But after maybe I don't know, I would say the last 6 months, my girlfriend helped me with some art for the game.
Did she did the art, the key art for the game, or did someone else
the logo? The logo,
okay.
the cover art was made by someone on I don't know what to call it, but like Fiverr kind of stuff.
It was a contract.
So, yeah.
Cool.
I like the music too.
Look a bit more intimidating than your little blush, to be fair.
Yep. A little bit.
So you've started working on Aquadream like a year ago? A bit more than that? Or a year and a half, like something like that?
Yeah, about it's 15 months about.
Was it your first game? Because I guess that you're kind of like focused more on the programming side since you were able to make a full game on your own. Usually solo dev are good at programming.
Yeah, I had some I had some knowledge a little bit, but not in game dev. It was more for websites. So I took that knowledge, and it was a bit easy for me to learn how to game dev. And it was always a bit of a dream of mine because when I was in high school, I remember I was like, instead of gaming, I was like, I don't know if you know RPG Maker.
Yeah.
I was always on that and making like fun games on that, and it was fun. It was fun.
I've never opened it, but I know that a bunch of people have started like playing with making games and that. So I think it's a really cool tool.
Yeah, it's very easy.
On what engine did you make Aquadream?
It was on Game Maker Studio 2. Okay. So
oh, for real?
Yep. It's the only it's the only engine that I can run, to be honest. I tried Unity and Unreal Engine, but my PC is too old for those engines.
We need a new computer.
One day will the day will come.
Oh, okay. So well, since you've I'm sorry, I'm segueing myself in it. Since you've tried Unity and Unreal and then Game Maker thingy, maybe like what's the advantage from like other than the spec needed to make it run? But like, is it easier through Game Maker?
I would say maybe it's not easier. I would say maybe more accessible. Yeah. But not easier. But there's some stuff that I didn't like from Game Maker that I wish it was on the other engines, like the fact that I think Unreal Engine is free to use, if I'm right. Just a percentage, but Game Maker you have to pay, for example.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's kind of stuff that doesn't. You have to buy a lot of plugins sometimes on Game Maker to make something work, like the lightning that I don't have in Aquadream, but I didn't know that there was plugin, So there's a lot of stuff that like Unity and Unreal Engine have in their engine normally.
Yeah. I think Game Maker is more like a base, and you need to add on everything to customize it the way you want to use it. Yeah, so it's more accessible for someone who doesn't wants to try it out, but then you need to understand and manage, and it's different, but it's not easy because you need to understand all of those parts and make them work together. So that's why it's different, but not necessarily easier. But accessible is definitely more of a word that I would use for it, from my understanding. That is
exactly. But the bad part is too that there's a less maybe when you have a problem, it's easy to find the solution. But for example, on Unity, because there's so much videos everywhere, but Game Maker is more underground.
Handle yourself. You've made it there. You can find it yourself.
Yep.
What is your programming language that you're using? Because I don't know anything about those. But if you start with website, which is usually like the path to follow, it's just you're going like more website and the base programming, and then you're building up until you know more language. Do you know multiple language in programming, or just one, or I don't know how it works? Explain, talk programming to me so I can get confused and look at React like you're so brilliant.
So actually, Game Maker have its own language, so you have to learn like the language. So it's called a Game Maker language. So it's like a custom language. Yeah.
Is it like a fork of something that already exists, or is it like brand new?
I think it's similar to C#, but it's his host, and you can like just type some C# language, and it won't work.
So they didn't want to pay any royalty to anyone. That's
probably. So yeah, yes, it's accessible, but you have to learn the language first too. But it's easy. It's like a bit C#. I think C# is easy to understand, and it's a bit like C#. I would say there's a lot of similarities.
So I guess that you knew how C# worked beforehand.
Yeah, I knew how to code in C#, so it was more easy for me. Yep.
Was it your first try to at video games? Did you? I know you've done it a bit in high school, but like your first try at making a video game that you wanted to release, or was it something that you've made or start or worked on for a while with other people or on your own at other time? Yes, I don't know how to make a conscious question. That's what I'm realizing today. So I'm sorry.
It's a hard day, people. We've been working hard the past 5 days, and Jess as I'm doing a
You're
full
justifying
disclosure.
me.
Yeah, well, me too, because I must look oral, and it's not only because I don't have my actual cam working right now. Yeah, so let's do a parenthèse, right?
Oh, it's parenthèse time.
It's parenthèse time.
Yes.
This weekend, it was my little one birthday. But then it's actually complicated enough to do a kid's birthday. But then add to that the fact that she has the same birthday, only 90 years apart from my grandma, right? So it's two birthdays.
She's a 99 years old lady. Perhaps I'm never gonna reach that age. I don't sleep enough for that.
She seems to be doing good at 99. Anyways, so and Jess was helping me through the project managing all of those stuff and the kids party and blah 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 and everything. So we've got we worked throughout the whole weekend. We didn't sleep. We were on the road pretty much all of the time. It was PAX, but for kids. And then Monday arrived, and then no time to sleep. So
we're not Monday. It's Wednesday right now. It's Wednesday DevTalk. I was just gonna justify myself saying I am full on in allergy mode, and yeah, life is hard. But all of those things too.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making a little bit of a life inside the project manager. Oh yeah.
So back to my 300 question, back to back. So was it your first attempt, video game wise? How did you end up going down that path? We want to know the origin story of Will, Gossiam Games, and video games.
All right, so it's not my first attempt.
Okay.
I remember when I was making RPG games, RPG Maker game. I remember I was really loving it, and I was able to maybe convince my stepbro to make a project with me. And we talk a lot about the idea, and we even started it, but sadly we were in high school, and maybe it was not as serious as I thought it would be. Maybe it was less serious for him than for me, because for me it was really like a dream. So I was a bit not sad, but a bit disappointed that it was just talking instead of really doing it. So I left this idea behind, and I went to school and learn dev. And after
an actual job.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was when I lost my job at I was working at GameStop. Back in the days. Yep. And I lost my job since they closed the stores, and I had nothing to do, to be honest. And I was like, let's try to make a game. That's my second attempt that I created Aquadream. But cool. I had always in between this high school time and when I made Aquadream, I had I always had idea for games, and I always kept them. So I have like 10 ideas of games in my in my computer, but I just wrote it, and maybe one day I will do it, or maybe not. And
But so
That's cool.
you're like
Actually,
the classic. You've always wanted to make those games, so now you're able to make them. But you've always like just keep those idea for when I'm gonna be
yep,
able to, when I'm gonna have time. I like that.
yep, exactly. And Aquadream is not really a game from those ideas either, because it was more of a game jam game.
Yeah.
So that's why there's not a lot of story. It's more of a puzzle game, I would say. So it's not really a story game that I had in my head.
It's cool.
So maybe one day.
They always say in the industry, you need to make 3 games before something is gonna like catch up and people are gonna know more about who you are. So it's perfectly fine. We did it the other way around, and so you're doing it the right way. It's perfectly fine. Build up until you're able to make something bigger, and you have like
Big.
the opportunity, the time, the community to do that. It's a great idea.
Thank you.
Before we go ahead, you've been talking about game jams a lot since the beginning.
Yep.
And I'm kind of ashamed to ask, but still, I'm gonna do it for everyone that don't know what it is. What's a game jam? Where do you find those? How do you participate? Give me the rundown of your last game jam, kind of.
It's kind of easy, to be honest. It's I go on itch.io, and there's like I have full calendar full of game jams, and you just pick the one that seems interesting to you, I would say. So like I would say I have a game jam this week, later this week, that's starting just for fun, just to keep my knowledge of game dev while I I think about my next game. But I still doing those. I did one last week, and you just find the one that seems interesting. So like for example, next in the next couple of days, I found a game jam that was for the kids in the hospitals. So you have to do a kid game that's gonna go in the hospitals, for example. So I think that a nice game jam, and it's I would say there's a lot of game jam, like it can be like 2 months for 1 day or three days, and I rather go on the like maybe 1 week, 2 weeks game jam, so I have more time to work on it, but make a nice product, I would say. So that's basically it.
What's the like? I mean, you're saying that you're making a game for kids in the hospital, so that's kind of a cool thing. But like for you personally, what's the positive aspect? What do you get out of those events?
I would say to think maybe faster and have the right way to look up things when you like when I made Aquadream, I had no time really to I have no schedule. So if there was a problem, I was like, okay, let's do that another day. But it forced you to look up and try to fix things fast, and I think it's beneficial for even for game dev or to have ideas in general.
It's a great way to create community too, because it's depend. In Quebec, we have a bunch of them that are like physical. You go into a school and it's like for a weekend and everyone sleeps there, and you're able to make contact and you meet other people that do the same thing. Because especially for solo dev, I don't know because I'm not one, but I would guess that it's a bit of a solo path if you're not streaming like by example full box, so you're always alone, so you have a couple of people that are gonna bring something like the music or art or things like that in, but most of the time you're alone and you don't have like you don't have anyone to reach out. But if you go to a game jam, you can showcase what you're doing, you can have opinion on it, you can meet people, they can help each other out. If you want to do something in your game and you don't necessarily know how, but someone else does, it's probably something that they can like handle together, and it's helping you having multiple idea and going through with one. So that's because most of game dev I've met are a bit all over the place. They have an idea and they want to do something, but making it concise and going through it and building it, not just building the imagination of it, is really hard. So I'd guess that it would be something that's helpful in that sense, because I know a bunch of students and people that have worked with us on Spiral did like a whole lot of game jam, sometimes present like in physical or sometimes remote, but it looked really cool. I have nothing to bring to any game jam ever, but if I could, I think it's cool.
I don't think so. Jeff, you would be someone that everybody wants to.
They don't need project manager. When you're in a game jam, you need someone who does something. They need heart, they need programming, they need music, they need sound, voice. You need someone who makes the game.
If you do a game jam like for a week, and I don't know anything about all of this, but I'm thinking that if you do a game jam for a week and you have a project to build with like 10 people, you need someone to tell everybody, you do this, you do that, and then like those somebody, when they have question, they have only one person to ask, and then you, the project manager, would run it down the rest of the team. Would save time.
It's more practical. If you ask Will, would you appreciate to have more people on your team to help you make your game? Would it be nice? The answer is probably yes. Would you prefer someone who's able to like make your marketing, someone who's able to make your art, someone who's able to make your music, someone who's able to make your localization, your voice, or someone who scream at people to tell them what to do? It's practical. It's not essential.
Well, you're not selling it really well, but yeah, your job. So whatever.
Oh, don't be moody. You're right. I am really practical on a project. It's just that there is other people that are more essential for a game jam. We're not hearing you. Was it just me?
No, I didn't hear you too.
Oh. The technical issue of Anto. Again. I'm proud it's not me. It's not me today. Usually it's always me.
Ass.
Warning, computer. Otto is gonna take his like mean daddy face.
Gonna drop you down the stairs.
That one we heard. That one we heard.
Well, I didn't touch anything, so it's not supposed to work. Damn, Jesus, mother of.
I think your mic just wanted to make us hear you menacing.
So fucking tired about all of this. I'm gonna talk like this.
Perfect. Take your deep voice.
Will, I am your father.
Oh boy.
It was not a Star Wars joke, that was an Office joke.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because you don't like Star Trek anymore, you just like Star Wars.
I don't like Star Wars.
We all know
Okay,
it.
I said it live.
We're gonna get cancelled because of you.
Maybe.
It should be a shame. Okay. So before we go anywhere, let's take a look a bit at Aquadream. What is Aquadream? Like elevator pitch. And I'm not gonna ask more questions. I'm gonna what's the elevator pitch for Aquadream?
Okay, so Aquadream is a puzzle game, more into maze game, I would say, more a maze game mixed with some kind of puzzle, and it's in a cozy vibe. I really think about the kind of old school Donkey Kong Country aquatic ambience, Echo the Dolphin type of ambience.
I got that. Yeah, good job. I really felt that. That's good.
So I really think about that, and I think there's not a lot of games that take the like maybe those kind of old school aquatic vibes, and I really tried to take that in my game because I think it's a nice vibe to put in the game. So really, it's a chill game, a cozy game, and it's really a chill game to just explore and do the maze. I would say it's not a really deep story, but I think it's enough to relax, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need to ask because you've said
Yeah.
it a couple of times. So since you precise that there is not a big story behind it, so you're into big story game usually,
Yeah.
and that's why you want
Yep.
to
I love
justify the
stories.
fact that that one doesn't have one, but that you
Yeah.
want to make one.
Exactly. You know what? That's how we met each other. I
Yes.
back Spiral because I love game with big stories, interesting stories. I love just games. You just like Life is Strange. It's really my type of game. I don't. I, I don't know. I that's why Aqua Dream is like just a small game to. It was my first game. I didn't want to do a big story game at first.
It's brilliant.
That's
It's
why.
a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with making cozy game to just relax and have a great time. It make a whole lot of sense. So don't be judgy about the fact that there's not a big story. Sometimes a game it's just to have fun and just lay back and enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe I
sometimes
say
I've
that
heard
because it's
people.
my kind of game too.
I've seen streamers play your game and getting angry at you. So, yeah.
Maybe it
The
was
later
maybe
part,
a less.
yeah, the later part of the game seems to be, yeah.
Harder.
I don't know if you saw like right at the when the game released, but it was released with one life, but I patched it so to make
Oh,
it
for real?
yeah. So now you don't
Was it by design or was it like a bug or?
oh, it was like that because like I didn't had a lot of testers to be honest, and it was a bit easy, and people didn't in my tester told me it was okay, but clearly it was not okay because I was it was easy for me, but maybe it was
You've
not
made
easy for
it. Yeah,
yeah.
it's always a difficult position when you have playtesters that are just too much in that zone that you're looking for, because usually they do not represent all player, but they also usually find it perfect like that. Don't touch it. And then you go with it, and no, it's not that easy. It's not that perfect. But
Yeah,
they
so
said yes to the playtest because it was really what they wanted.
yeah, so maybe in my next project I will maybe quadruple the playtest, to be honest.
That or ask for Zetsi. He's
Yes,
gonna find every breaking
gonna
bug
break
in
your
your
game.
game, and he won't even be shy about it. He's gonna like run up to the top and scream, "I found a bug! I broke a game. Took me 12
5 seconds.
seconds."
But yeah, do you plan on making another game? Do you plan on like a kind of same time for the next one? Are you taking it like easy a bit while they're supporting for Aquatic Quest? Is it a secret? Am I telling something that I'm supposed to?
Did you burn an NDA?
Did I do that?
Oh, did you?
Yes, no. So yeah, I would like to. I'm working on maybe some prototypes of games that I would like to make, but I would say a lot of those games that I already had in my head are all maybe think for 3D.
Yeah.
So I made another plan for my next game that fits more in Game Maker Studio 2 for maybe a one last project. I hope so on Game Maker Studio before switching on Unreal Engine. So that's my plan, to be honest.
Have you think about looking at the CMF for the first bigger one that you want to do? If you want to go 3D and you don't know how to handle that part, if you go with the CMF for like conceptualization, you have a budget to hire someone. There's a part that you need to give back to them if you don't go forward with making the game or like with going for a release. But the way we were always looking at it is like we take an amount on the side that we're supposed to receive ourselves to give it back to them if that happens. So in that case, you kind of have like financement for starting it and making sure that your idea is something. So you can try to make the full concept of it. You can have a bit of like art direction and like the visual, and you can also do like a market study to make sure that you have something that you want to go forward with it if you want to make money out of it. If not, it's fine too. But if you want to do, you can do a study market. And I think it's a good way to establish if you want to go forward with a project, and if you think it's a great idea without spending all of those time without or with the need to pay for someone else and not get anything in return. So if you ever look for that 3D and you have question about the CMF, we'll just reach out to us, because I think it would be a good idea.
A bit harder in 3D to
yes,
to do the things.
You need someone who knows how to do it. I don't know. I've tried to work a bit on it, and it's complicated. But if you find someone who's able to do it and you can pay them, it's just gonna make it easier. You can focus on what is your game, what is the story of your game, what you want to do with it, and you can have people working on the side that you're less. You know less about. So if it's the hard side, it can be that. So I think it would be.
Although I would like to point out that I came from the same place as you, Will, jumping into Unreal mainly to like do the trailers for Spiral at the beginning. Because I was like getting mad at the in-game camera that didn't let me do what I wanted to do, like shot-wise. So I jumped in without any kind of courses and anything. And if you've got any kind of basis in like how to move a camera in a 3D environment, XYZ, like you've got the basic down. So from then on, it's how does Blueprint work? You've got a basis in C, and well, I mean, Blueprint runs on C++, I think.
Yep.
Or you can have nodes of C++ in Blueprint if you want to do something really special. It's hard, but it's not like impossible hard.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna be able to handle Unreal. I was more talking about making 3D hard. If it's not his jam and it's not something he knows, he doesn't want to learn on top of everything else. It's a way.
Yeah,
to
I
just...
know. When you solo dev, it's hard to maybe do something all alone. Even in art, it's not really my biggest.
I like the look of it. I don't know if was it your girlfriend that made the, because I have a couple of.
It depends of the things, to be honest. But like the fish, it's me, the main fish.
I kind of like it. It's a vibe. It's cute.
But everything you see, it's like it's my girlfriend, except the fish and those seaweeds are mine too.
I like it. I like the vibe. It's a cool thing. So yeah, just for people to see a bit, you have kind of multiple levels to select, and inside you have different style in it. If I look like
there's 4 words.
So depending on where you are, it doesn't look the same. So I think it's really cool. Yep. I like it. I must admit, I like that one specifically because the little cloud and the ball and it's cute. I like the colors.
That one has a clear Echo the Dolphin first level vibe. Like it brings me back to when I was a kid playing and like I could jump over the water. That was like so revolutionary.
Well, that's my favorite word too, and the music is my favorite too. The music in it's I love it. The guy did a super great job for it.
I honestly don't know who did that one. I know, like I could probably sing you. I'm not gonna do it, but I could probably sing you the underwater level of Donkey Kong Country. Echo the Dolphin. I don't have it in my head. Sadly, I don't know it, but yeah. I'm not gonna sing it.
No, please don't. You need to dance if you're saying you know the rule.
And Echo the Dolphin was hard too. So
Oh yeah, I mean, I never finished that game. I wasn't even reading English when I played it, so it was like more of a dolphin simulator for me.
It should be a thing. A
Uh,
dolphin simulator. We should have more of those.
no, but I mean, like the physics, the physics war, the physics simulation was kind of cool in it. So you actually like felt the speed. And from what I've read or seen, it's an actual really difficult game to finish. So probably won't happen ever.
But I like when a game is vibing pastely like that. Like it's cutesy, but then it's hard. And I'm like, how can you be so cute and be that much of a bitch?
But if I may, I kind of want to go back to the beginning. You said that Aqua Dream came out from a game jam, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. How did that, like, what's the inception of the actual idea? Why an anglerfish instead of a trout or whatever, or shark, or, you know?
Simply because the theme of the game jam, because game jam have teams and that you have to follow. And the team was I think it was light.
Oh, yes. So yeah, anglerfish. Because that trout is not having any light on it. But it's cool looking. And it's a great way to light a scene. You can just bring the light with you. It's a cool thing. And undersea is so dark. So the way you can just light everything with your own character. It's a good idea.
But the main idea was to use the light to find the path in the maze. It was the idea in the game jam. But when doing the full game, since you change worlds and like you can't really use that part, and it's more in the abyss that would have worked. So it was a bit hard to put in.
In the game in
the beach level, it wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean?
No, well, I mean, like physically having an anglerfish at the beach level. That's kind of weird too, but I mean, not here to criticize, right?
And Zetsi screaming, "Whale!"
Zetsi!
Congratulations on winning your fight, Zetsi. Proud of you.
I want to fight with like 20 versus 1. What's the fight about?
Yes, what's the subject of that fight?
What did you win? It's a case of hold on, I'm arguing on the internet, I think. Okay, so and the fact that like the team wanted the light to be a useful, and then you're doing the actual game and you find it. You talked a bit earlier about the plugin of Game Maker. Was it like that reason why the lighting was kind of complicated in the game? Yeah,
exactly. And I didn't really know about plugins because they're not in Game Maker, but it's more like custom plugin that people make and put on like itch.io.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to buy it from people, and sometimes it doesn't work, and like it can. I experience with some plugin, and like I would say, there's 50% chance that it doesn't work. Sadly, because
oh my god.
Yeah, because sometimes it's the old plugin that didn't got updated. And so that's why it's like a 50-50. When the plugin is like a 100 US, you don't want to waste 100 US because
okay, let's bring you over to Unreal, please. Let's bring you.
I mean, they do take a cut at the end when you sell your product, but it doesn't like Unreal Epic has like games of the week that they give freely. Well, they do the same with assets.
Fab, I think.
Yeah, Fab.
Yeah, I take them every month.
Me too. So I'm like, oh, I could do a Western game now. I've got all the assets now.
Yeah, that's cool. To be honest, that's cool, and that's why I started like next year to take every assets for free.
Yeah,
Every month. So when I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna have like tons of assets. It's gonna be fun.
You will be able to play with them.
yeah, but then they
exactly.
won't work. But yeah, I mean, it's an issue on its own. But yeah,
Already.
well, I mean, depends on how you build your level, but like I'm really at the beginning and I'm really late. I'm sorry, my virtual teacher, I've got like 5 weeks of stuff to do and I didn't touch anything for a while now, so I probably forgot like everything about C++ now. But still, last time I was working on it, I was doing a medieval dungeon, right? Only for the sake of learning how to pick up something and put it down and make it move something else, right?
That's
it's
a
really
whole lot
basic.
of room just to pick up something.
Yeah, I mean, I went overboard.
A bit.
Like, it was my actually first level that I did, so I wanted to be cool, right? But then I found those set flips, and I said, "Well, I don't want to make a medieval dungeon now. I want to make a Western town." And well, depending on how you build your level, if it's modular and you don't have a modular pack, well, those pack might come with a building that is like Western ish artsy kind of style. But then you cannot take just one wall and put it there. I tried with Zetsi to work on one of his level that he did on Maya and stuff. It's hard. it's beyond my means right now.
But you didn't have any programming background, eh?
Well, I mean, the last time before C++, I worked on HTML before HTML5 came out. So like the bare bone HTML. And
right.
before that, it was basic. So,
all right.
No.
No, a little bit.
I just I knew how it looked, but now I can like read C++, which is kind of fun. I want to speak it. I want to be able to write it, but otherwise, yeah, you've gotten all blurry, Will.
Yeah,
what's
I
up?
think
The camera doesn't
my
want to
camera
focus.
is.
Bring the fluffy anglerfish. I'm sure the camera is gonna pick him up. Hi, fluffy creature.
Yeah. And then
I'm gonna close it and open it again. I think.
Oh, the camera's gonna go away. Coming back.
All right.
Yay!
Yeah, I don't know. it's do that. I don't know why.
Your camera was trying to just like censor the drink you have, so they just censored the whole thing.
Maybe.
All right. So that's how the anglerfish came onto the world. How was the took a year to do? So how was the development cycle? How did you find it? Because you've got like 20 something level 20 30 how many
30.
levels 30 yeah. How was it?
So it was basically from February. When I finished the game jam after 2 weeks, I was like, okay, let's make this to a full game. And in my head, at first, I was thinking about 1 year development cycle. So in my head, February 2025 is gonna be done. But sadly,
it's always not it's never the case.
No, sadly, no. So finally, in my head, I wanted to do the October 2024 Game Fest.
Yes.
Steam Fest.
Right.
So
Steam Next Fest.
Yeah. So, but in October I had no demo yet, so I was like, okay, it's gonna be a lot longer. And when I tried to be like maybe be more fast, I took a little bit to step down and think about like let's do this right and just take my time and if it takes one year and a half, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't have to. It don't have to be like 1 year.
Don't rush
nobody's gonna die.
yourself. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I did, and finally in February the demo was ready, and I published it in February, and I released it in May. So it took about 15 months, but I took a month off when I had a small down.
Oh yeah.
It was in December. I had to shut the down to.
It's a good thing that you've listened to yourself about that,
Yeah,
and
to be
did
honest,
not like burn yourself out doing it.
Yeah, to be honest, because when I came back in January, I was doing things way better, and everything went better when I took that break.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and I don't want to pry and like don't answer if you don't want to, but was it like an overwork kind of down that you had? Is it like a burnout? Because like you were working at the same time, so it's like having two jobs at once.
Yeah, maybe it was that, and with a mix of expectation, maybe. Because I'm a big number guy, and I always look Steam wish lists and things like that, and it's like stabbing yourself every day, and it was hard a bit for that. But now it's better. I try to don't think about that and just do it for fun.
Number are easily overwhelming, and we it's not something that a lot of people talk about. When you're in the game dev side, you hear a bit more about it, but most people talk about the victory, about the big win, about when everything is working well or how excited they are, but we don't often look at how overwhelming and destroying negative it is to fix a number, and especially when you're starting, because it means everything, but you don't understand how they work. So you just look at number and you're like, yeah, I failed. But it's not how it works. You must be proud of the game you made, and it's a first game, and you're gonna make more. And we've realized not long ago that there is Soul, where you can check like market study and things like that. And we've never done that before because we always thought about it like it's gonna cost us way too much for what we have, so we're never gonna make a study market. But you can do it for like almost nothing. And when we did it with Spiral, they told us your game could have made money in 5 years if it was under like 100K. And we were like, yeah, but that's not what it cost us.
Yeah, 100K as in development budget.
Yes,
right?
development budget. And
yeah.
we're talking money, but we're talking time too. It's because let's not pretend that we are rich. We're not. And the same thing. Your time is an amount. So the time you've put in the game, if you are looking up a steady market for that kind of game, you probably will tell you if you're a solo dev or you're like having that amount of budget, you're gonna be able to make it if you do that game. But you need to understand the budget you need to have for the kind of game you do. And we don't think about those things. We're like, we're game dev. We want to create the game. And we're going to make game. And it's going to be amazing. And people are going to love it because it's great. And then realize that the real world doesn't work like that. And the real world has number and as like study and market and things work and things don't work. Things are like, there's too much of them. Or there's none of them, but because people don't want them. Or there's none of them because no one did that. So it's to understand those parts that there's, I think, more interesting in that we need to focus more on and less on how many wish lists do we have or how many cells do we have.
Yeah. We are working in a business that is led by numbers and algorithms and trend. So even though you have a good community, if that community doesn't work with you on beating those numbers, beating those algorithms, well, you end up being one of the 100 game that came out that day, right? So if you cannot stand out, and I do think that Spiral did stand out, but like, I mean,
I did
I
not say
remember
anything.
like the first official meeting that I was like with Spiral, and I like, okay, so we need like to build a community, but we already have that. We have, well, I mean, we need to talk to them. We need to engage people. We need to, we're coming out like tomorrow. Jesus, let's so it's and we have a team to work on that. Being a solo dev,
it's not the same.
Having to think of the bugs, the music, the community, the social media. I mean, I don't even know how you do it. The only like working scenario that I've seen was Fullbox that we interviewed a couple of weeks back. And that's because he was actually doing two things at once. He was like streaming his dev work. So people were engaging with him while he was working. So, that like went together. And that's an actual cool trick.
I think nobody is able to be on top of it because
I don't think so.
We didn't know what we were doing and we've tried. But I was talking with you, Will, about it. Like, searching for influencer, for content creator is a pain in my ass. It's probably a pain in your ass too.
Yep.
Because you need to find people that are or would be interested, not too small, not too big. You need to try, you need to reach out, but you're no one. They don't know you. They have other people that reach out to them that they know better, that they know the game. So you're just a drop of water and like a bucket full of it, and you have nothing to stand on. And finding a game that is similar, but you're not the same because that game already exists. But you're similar. You think they're gonna love it, but are you really similar? Yes, we're story driven, but it's a really deep subject that sometimes people are too touched by it. Yes, it's emotional, but it take a long time before it's emotional. Or yes, you're a puzzle game, but you're also a maze. But what kind of maze game have been released lately that you can find people because they've played it, but not 300 years ago?
Yeah, and then you don't want to be like the copycat of that same game. So I mean, you're hoping that they didn't play anything quite so similar. It's yeah. How did you actually? That was like a big preamble for the question. How did you find the marketing side? How was your feeling about it?
I think it's a bit that must be the most hard thing to do. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I tried to regularly post on social medias, and sometimes I don't have anything to say basically, but you have to do it. They're just to get a post. Maybe one post gonna blow out, and one day did. To be honest, I had a post that did tons of view, maybe not a ton, but
compared to your other posts, take that tiny victory. We're not talking about those million people. We're talking, usually I have like 10 likes, and that one I had like 50. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yep.
Victory.
Exactly. Exactly. I was about maybe 100, 200 views per post, but that one did like almost 3K and 30 likes and 15 reposts. I was happy about that.
Yes.
But you have to do like 10 posts to have one successful one, maybe. So that's the hard part. You almost feel like you're doing it to have when you put money in the casino,
Maybe this one will win. Maybe this one. No.
Maybe that's the hard part to stay motivated to do it.
A lot of people on the game that are developer do not think about marketing before they don't have a choice to think about marketing. And often it's like, but I could be working on the game. And now I'm just like, just sharing picture or trying to be interesting on the internet. And most of the time, it's not something that comes naturally to us. It's not something that we enjoy particularly. We like the community that comes with it. We like to share and to have feedback. But for me at the beginning, it felt really fake. I was like, if it was just from me, I will never be there. I would not post that. I want to enjoy talking with people and I want to get how they feel about it. And I'm excited. But I would never just share a picture and say, hey, tell me you like me. It's a weird feeling. And it doesn't feel genuine for a long time before you really feel like it's exciting and you're talking to someone. I think we need to look at it that we're not trying to get famous. We're not trying to get Instagram like content creator influencer. We're trying to talk to our people. So we need, I feel like we need to be more, and not, I think a lot of indie are doing it more, but we need to be a lot more genuine and a lot more human because people want us to see the dev behind those posts and not just something really corporate. But I might be wrong because, again, I did not become rich with that game. So I might be wrong. But I think when I look at things, I prefer to have a genuine experience. When you go on Reddit and there's like plenty of story of developer, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't think that happened. I think it's a fake story for me to click. So I feel like we all think that everybody's lying to us all the time. So having something really truthful share with us is more exciting. And
yeah, we should do posts about how fucking hard it is to get anything going, and that we're like so depressed.
So enjoyable as a
But
content.
then again, if we were to do that, that would become a trend. So everybody would become depressed. And then
don't want that.
We wouldn't be special anymore. So the only thing that would happen in the end is that everybody would be depressed on social media.
No.
And well, to be honest, let's look around right now. I don't think it's a good idea.
I have a better post for all of us. I think we should align a whole lot of anglerfish that are like flush, and we just share them because that would make people happy. A whole bunch of
you get an anglerfish. You get an anglerfish. You get an. You get Aquadream for free. You get an anglerfish.
No, you pay for Aquadream. Yes. Yeah. I've shared a bunch of LV puppies on my account of Folklore because I was like, I don't know what to talk about, but I love my dog. My dog is cute. You know, look at it.
Oh my God, Pichu! I'm sorry, I'm gonna switch to French.
Go French.
For a little moment. Pichu, I've seen.
I was gonna say French with Pichu, but it was a weird sentence, so I'm not gonna say it. Okay?
No, I'm not gonna French Pichu. I'm gonna go
French
to
with Pichu.
Anyway. Pichu, j'ai vu ton message sur Discord, je m'excuse. Il est arrivé comme tout plein d'affaires, puis j'ai pas eu le temps de te répondre, ça m'est sorti de la tête, puis je viens de te voir, fait que ça vient de me faire penser à ça. I'm sorry. Je suis désolé. All right. J'espère que tout va bien. Bon. J'aime bien ton nouveau nick, Pichu Cadabra. Je trouve que ça roule. C'est ce que je me suis dit quand j'ai vu ton nouveau. OK. So that's done. And I was going to add a little something.
Cool.
I've been working with different companies for the past whatever years. I am unfortunately really tired about like the whole social media thing and the whole I'll go what's trending, what's not. It's the same problem for every company in every different market that you can think of. Everybody wants to be on the top or near the top, but they don't know how. So they come and ask someone like me. And the only thing I can like give them as an advice is, well, it depends. It depends on so many things. How many thousands of dollars do you want to put on your marketing budget? Like, let's say on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok, or because that's the fast track to get a lot of views and a lot of reach. Doesn't mean that anybody that will see whatever you've done and paid for will buy whatever you're selling. Just means that a lot of people will see it. Oh, you don't have any money to put on it. All right, so let's do it the organic way. So we need to build a community. That takes time. You need someone to do it. So instead of putting like $30,000 on a Facebook ad, you're gonna put like $30,000 on a guy for a year to build a community for you.
Do you have time or money? You don't have either of those, you're fucked.
If you have both, you're good. If you have one of those, can work, depending. If you don't have anything, well,
we slowly grow. Slowly but surely. Slowly.
Yeah.
Yep.
One tiny game at a time.
Yeah, and to be really honest, like the social media sphere was a thing. When I came into the actual let's push an indie game out, I mean, that's a whole new set of rules that you have to follow. Like Steam runs on its own algos, and you probably know this, Will. I think we've talked about it at some point, but like when we did the Kickstarter, we gave keys for the game for people that were backing us, and that, although really cool because it gave us a bunch of money during the development, when the game came out, well, we had a lot of people that had the game but couldn't add to the algos by reviewing the game because Steam thought it that we like gave the game for free. So, and that we learned like actually on the day of fucking release or like a week before or something like that. I mean, I remember like the feeling of panic. I remember talking with Jess and somebody else at some point, and they were like, 10 reviews, 24 hours.
You thought it was going to be easy. Will knows.
And my answer was like,
Will knows.
10 people?
No,
Are you?
It's not easy.
Are you? I can do like double, triple. I'm the community manager. I know people, right? Oh my god.
Your ego has been bruised that day.
I've lost friendship that day. To be honest, I found new ones, but that day was a defining moment in my friendship circle. Dude,
buy it.
Yeah, I need, and
I remember that he was not happy about it.
Oh my god, I was cursing a lot, and well, I'm gonna say it because like they're not watching anyway. But there was one, I'm not gonna name it. There was one that told me in a text, "Well, I'm gonna buy it when it's on sale," and I'm like, "We've known each other for the past 35 years, sir." Of course, I wrote, "No problem, it's okay." He was not $20 short, that's for sure. He just didn't want to, and he knew why. Like, I know it's not his kind of game and everything, but like, and ego-wise, I wasn't going to like ship him $20 to make him buy the game. So I just like wanted to like show anyway. So yeah, it's a hard world.
How was your release day, Will? How was that day that I'm pushing the button? I'm hearing myself. Do we hear myself in double?
I don't know.
No? Okay, cool. It was probably just on my side.
I'm not going green.
It's cool.
So
it's not doing it anymore. It was doing it before.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm just gonna try to be conscious, and I have a question. So
yeah,
Will, with Gossiam Games and Aqua Dream, how was the release day? The stress, the emotion.
It was great, to be honest. I think I knew what to make, but I actually didn't. So because
Like
I think I made a mistake right away. I released it on the Tuesday, on the
When?
Thursday, I think. It's Jeudi, Thursday,
Thursday,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a Thursday at 8 p.m. And my plan was to basically put it on Thursday night and to send the email on Friday morning. But
Well, hold on.
I was thinking it was, yeah.
It's not frozen anymore. It lagged, but it's fine now.
Ready?
Okay, cool. So Thursday. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I just want a complete picture.
It's all right. So yeah, on Thursday night, I was like, I will publish it at 8 p.m. and send the mail on Friday morning. But I didn't know it was not like the demo. And when the game released, the email send it right away. So if I would have known that, I would have wait till Friday morning. To be honest,
We live and we learn.
Yep. So that's my mistake, but I think I was happy with the launch. To be honest.
Yeah, that's cool. Because it's
And,
always just so much emotion to just push a button and like that's
Yep.
my last year and a half. Here you go, people.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, yeah, it's yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was I was looking at the sales and I was like, I hope
No,
people will.
Don't do that
but-
to yourself.
No way. But I think I'm since I was not that hard on myself. I was like, it's my first game. It's a small game. It's a niche game too. Maze game. It's not very popular. So I was like, let's not think about it and be proud of
Yes.
every people that made you confiance and
Yeah. That wanted to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was
They trusted what you wanted to do, and you must be proud of the project you've been able to release, because a whole bunch of people try to make game. Not that many, okay, a whole lot of them release them, but in the amount of those that try to make them, that's not a whole lot. And it's a really cool thing. You've bring that to life from like day one until the end. So it's a really, really cool thing to celebrate.
Do you know how many games were released on Steam on your release day?
No, I didn't really check that.
Okay.
Probably
Cool.
a couple.
Yeah.
Because as a comparison, we had about 150 games that came out the day that Spiral came out.
We've learned afterward that the worst time to release a game in 2024 was September 2024. It was the worst moment ever, but we didn't know because we didn't add the tool. That's the cool thing that people with money have too. They have contact and they have tools and they know which tool to use. And that's something that we slowly, when we release a game, we learn from it. So now you know that the email is going to be sent right away. You know that having 10 reviews is definitely not as easy as counting to 10.
Yep. And I'm happy that a lot of my people around me bought the game and left a review.
Yeah, it's important.
But it
is so fucking valuable, dude.
Yes.
It is like I mean, you think about it as in it's a given. My friends will buy the game that I'm working on, right? If your friends did that, they are good friends.
Yes.
Yep.
Like
those friends around.
But a lot of them told me that they're gonna buy it, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Also, and that's.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at it the same way Anto does. To be honest, probably you have people that create things, may it be like crafty thing or just that they wrote book or things like that. And we're not always there for other because there's always someone with something new. So I think we need to give them some slack. We need to appreciate so hard those that take the time because they understand and they care enough. But I don't think it's making those that do not bad people. It's just that they did not spend a year and a half on it. They don't understand the work and how stressful it was and how hard you pushed yourself to be able to do it. For them, it's just something cute that you release. And the same way people always have an opinion about what a game is, the story of it, the sound, the art. People have opinion about everything, so they don't understand how hard it is to do things. So it's just, oh, you did something cute. Congrats, Will. I'm gonna go back to my thing.
Yes. And thank you for taking the defense stand for all of those friends. Won't change my mind about
I know. It's fine.
But yeah.
You know your friend better. You know how boundaries work, and you know those that were supposed and did not stand when you needed them. But it's just to be open-minded about people don't understand the work it is. So it's bringing us nothing to be petty or salty about people not being there.
You're right about that. But I'm maybe in a particular position in which people pay me because I know people, because I know how to talk to people. And failing on that with personal friends is like a
adding insult to injury.
Yeah, there you go. So I've got a personal side to it, but I've seen, because I'm on a different subreddit about game dev, and a lot of devs have that problem where people buy their game, but friends, family, and stuff like that, people close to them don't engage with it because it's not their kind of game. So I came up with a hypothèse. Do we got the franglais thing?
Yes, we got the franglais always.
Right. I have the right. So I think that the reason why, let's say for an example, a content creator will pay money out of his own pocket to market a game that is not his, right? The reason will be because he has a personal attachment to either the team or the product that you are selling, right? He wants that product to succeed. He feels like he's part of the success of that game. You cannot reach that amount of personal reach with people that already know you as a person, right? You won't be as inclined to push your friend's game if you go drink a beer with him every other day, right? You don't have that. You don't need to do it. You're already part of his world.
You know the dev as a human being. You don't see them as dev. And it's fair.
And I would have think that, I would have thought, anyway, j'aurais pensé. It was a given, right? You know how much energy he puts in it and whatever. But no, it doesn't work that way. So and it seems to be something that everybody goes through. So,
not alone.
We're not alone, Will. We're not alone.
Yep.
But to be fair, do you have anyone that write or that build thing or that do things like that around you? Because it's getting out that flowery part of it. Because you know them. You talk about it all the time. You feel like you've been there, part of it, so you don't feel like you need to buy it because you've been part of their life when they were going through it. It's... Have you ever bought the book have you ever bought the books of your mother?
Well, I mean, she wrote them when I was a teen, so
you can still buy them, and you did not. Did you buy the book
actually,
of
No. Hold on. by the time that I was making enough money to buy something else than food, and those books were not sellable anymore.
Aren't they on Amazon?
I could go to a library and ask for that book, but they would tell me that it's
They are on Amazon.
Yeah, but she's not making any money on those. Those are like stolen copies.
Have you bought the book of Andrew?
No.
He gave it to you.
Yeah. And I didn't even read it completely, to be honest.
See?
Yeah.
The magic is out. You know him. Prove my point. I'm out. Mic drop. I get all the emotion. I'm just saying, let's not hurt ourselves or relationship.
I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone else. I'm just saying that
it's just that I'm arguing with you. I'm not talking with me right now.
Yeah, it's my job to make people buy stuff that I don't own.
I
right?
know. I know your ego has been bruised that day. I know. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Mine was every time we get refused for events or financing.
Yeah.
So I get it. My job is to
sell
a project.
And remembering that we're not talking about Spiral today, we're talking about Aqua Dream. Although I really like the conversation that we're having. What kind of like events did you get into? Any kind of like virtual sales on Steam, stuff like that?
I tried, but the only one I did was the Quebec Game Celebration Week.
And now you have the Canadian one. You're in the Canadian one right now too.
But doesn't seem to work.
I don't know
for now.
I didn't know the date it was starting. I thought it was later on for like July 1st. Maybe they did not write the date correctly on it.
Maybe
that's something that sometimes happen. When I'm sometime in event, they just create them and then they change them afterward for the real date. So that might be why we're not having them right now.
Maybe. But yeah, so this is gonna be my second event if I don't count the Steam Next Fest. So that makes 3. And yeah,
which one was the best? Like result-wise?
Result-wise, I think it was the Next Fest, but the Quebec one was not that bad too. Yeah. It was very similar, to be honest.
That's cool. Because I always think that the Steam Next Fest, since it's so big, that it's difficult to get like anything from it. But we did it way too in advance, so I don't remember any of it. But I thought that it was so like oversaturated that it would be like difficult to be able to get a view. So that's cool that you had a great time with that.
Did you so you had like a great experience with Next Fest, right? Because I've been reading stuff about like people trying to market the game around Next Fest and complete flops for whatever reason.
Yeah, I think they changed how it works. I saw that the one that I participated in they changed it, so my game was in the puzzle games, but it was like on the second or third page, and they were changing it every day. And I think the last 4 days, it's more of the algorithms. So if the game was better, they're gonna put it first. But the first 3 days, it was random.
Okay, so they take like for the beginning to just try it out and see what works and what doesn't work, and at the end of it, you're just pushing what's working. So you need to hit hard at the beginning, but there was no stream on that one, right? They don't do stream anymore.
I did a one. Anyways, but there was no.
It was not front on their thing. Okay, I hate those.
But it was nice. I had about 1 to 200 people.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I think it was
a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. I think.
Yes, it is. So yeah, because usually they were always stream on every event that we were doing, but it's not the case anymore, which is making me sad. Because when you have a stream and you're smaller, you have more opportunity to showcase yourself than if you need someone to click on your face. So
yeah, and the numbers are like kind of crazy. I remember that.
But there's a lot of bot in those things too.
I don't know. I mean, how many bots do you need? Like we reached like 500 people at some point.
Yeah, but it was not that many time. But yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't
but
know how
yeah,
they
I mean,
work. I don't know how they work. I just know that I like when they are there.
mhm,
We get bigger number when we have stream
yeah,
on. That is on
and
their
it was
page.
linked to where you were in the list at some point too.
Have you
So
have you ever tried going to like physical events? Did you try the Loto Quebec with Comic Con and all of those things?
Nope, and I didn't try that.
Okay. Did you
But
wanted
I
to go?
I think if my game would have been a bigger game, I would have. But
Uh,
since it was my first game,
you don't need to. You can just go and meet people. But I guess
yeah,
that it's still time in your day that if you don't want to focus on bringing more marketing ability to your game, I guess it's kind of a waste of like 3 days that are gonna be exhausting.
yeah.
well,
So
we can
maybe
help. Will, if you need someone to be there. Although I prefer PAX than Comic Con, but if
If
yeah,
ever.
at some
perfect.
point I keep selling myself
Yes.
to every dev that I see. At some point, someone's gonna like take me up on it. That's for sure.
Otto
Thank
likes
you,
to wear
Otto.
his hat. He likes to wear his hat in public and be there.
No, it's a fun thing. If it's well done, it's
This.
going to be a good experience. Comic Con, I have my own personal reservation about
It's cool.
that
I
event.
like it.
They're working super hard to make the Zone in D its own thing inside Comic Con. I think there might be, like in the near future, something new and exciting about it that I've heard. But aside from that,
I don't know. Is there a secret that I don't know about? Why do I don't know
yeah,
about that
I
secret?
think so.
What?
Well, I'm gonna tell you offline.
Okay. Why does he know things that I don't? What the fuck?
Well, to be honest, I don't remember who told me that,
Mm.
but it was quite recent.
It wasn't me because I don't know what you're talking
No, it
about.
wasn't you.
But I think that the Comic Con and Le Tout Québec are doing a great thing. It's just that you need to be fully aware of what you're committing to, because you don't have the right public there. It's people that wants to buy merch and take picture and see cosplay, and then they happen to have children and they're like bored of bringing them all like everywhere, so they just dump them there because there's a bunch of beanbag, and then the kid can play video game while their parents are just sitting. so
Yeah.
you need to be aware of that. But there is also people that goes to the Comic Con that are also gamer, and they take that opportunity to look at video games made from Quebec. So it's cool. It's making you meet people. If you have a demo that you want to try, bring it there. Because people are gonna try it, kids are gonna break it, adults are gonna break it. You're gonna have plenty of opinion, and you don't need to reach out to have playtests. You have them there, and you don't really care if you break the game and you don't find like all the people that wants to buy it because you're testing. I think it's a really great place to test.
And if I'm not wrong, it's free for you, right?
It's
Being
free.
part of
It's free.
Indie,
It's
you
free.
don't need to pay anything.
They do
So,
a selection. So you send what you are and what is your game, and they're gonna make a selection, and then they put you there. So it's free for you, but it's find people to help you out because it's 3 days and it's really heavy to be alone, like on your feet and handling all of this. So Anto's there for you. But yeah, if you do it, I think it's a great place to do that, and it's a great place also to pitch. It's an amazing place to pitch. You're gonna do it in French, you're gonna do it in English, and you're gonna do it all day. So you're gonna know how to pitch your game. It's gonna get out like really easy. The words are just gonna float, and it's gonna be easier when you are somewhere else and you want to pitch your game. Because pitching your game is like essential. So
that's where I learned how to pronunciate
cognitive degeneration.
Third party, narratively driven No, it's not third party. It's third person. Anyway, whatever. It's been a while.
Third person narratively driven game where you follow Bernard, an old man. So at some point it's just like it's the same thing as saying your name, but it's making it easier when you have to say it for like if you go to a bigger event or if you meet someone and they say, "Oh, can I just clip you saying your elevator pitch?" and you're like because you're not practicing enough. It's a great.
Or
place.
even when you went to the radio, that must be easy. Way easier because you said it way more before.
Having that experience of talking about your game with people, it's making it easier, I think, when you need to really do it. So even if it's really exhausting and it's the end result is not like sales, I think it's a great place for a whole lot of reasons. So
all right. I think there's one in Quebec City too. I think.
Yes, there is. They have one in Montreal and one in Quebec.
I don't know if
know about that.
We never done the Quebec one. I think the Loto Quebec selection is new too on that side. It was it's been there for Montreal for a while, but I think it's new in Quebec.
But I'm looking up the dates right now.
You're not just like amazed by my sentence. You just froze.
It's in October. Yeah. So you've got the time, Will.
I think there's no zone indie in Comic Con Quebec though.
No, I thought there was one, but it was new. But I might be wrong.
Maybe I couldn't know. I think it was I know there's like a gaming event, but it's not from the Comic Con.
Okay.
It's like for a video game and how we say that, like jeu de société.
Yeah, board game. Yeah,
board game. So it's really an event for those type of games.
Cool. There is also demo night that can be interesting for your next project if you want to have people try it out. We have a couple of things that are cool here that can help just break out that pitching and trying and having opinion other and having your heart break, having people that say and then they leave and you're like okay, it's fine, it's not for everyone, you need to let it go.
Indeed. That must be the
I'm sorry, I don't see anything about the zone in the Quebec.
Might not be the case. We've never been there, I don't know, but yeah,
I think it was another event that I saw. It was in Quebec.
More than possible. I know they have a bunch of events in Quebec too in video game. Because they have a lot of people and a lot of studios are there now. So we can ask.
It's closer from.
Yeah.
For me, Quebec is closer, but I bet there's a lot of more people in Montreal.
Yeah, but they do a lot in Quebec. I know that we have like three center. We have Montreal, Sherbrooke is doing a lot too, and Quebec is doing a lot too. Because there's where we have like really active indie studio, so they try to bring everything up and to have event and just meet up. I'm too far, so I don't go often, but I know that there's a lot of meetup. And there's a lot of like trying to share resources and people, so people can still have jobs, and it's not always the same person paying for them, so they just like share them. And I think it's a cool thing to do. Right now, with all the difficulty the industry have, I think it's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Have you?
All right.
Have you ever thought about having my god, the word in English just escaped me. A stagiaire.
Intern.
Yeah. Have you ever looked into having intern helping you out on the game?
To be honest, no.
No. It's a good idea because a lot of, and I know that a bunch of them have been cut out in 2025. But there's a lot of them since intern are having issue finding a job or just finding internship. There's a bunch of place that pay for their salary. So they give you the money to pay them. so you can have them full time for a couple of months. So it's not something that you're gonna have for a really long time, but they can still help out, and it's giving them a name in the credit, and it's giving them like job experience, and it's just making it a bit easier. You still have to tell them what to do and to look at it, and so it's not like always you hire an intern and then you have the perfect job you wanted, give it to you. There's a bit of back and forth, and sometimes you're just ending up not taking it and redoing it yourself. But sometimes you have really, really great people that can help you, give you idea, and make things really, really, really cool. So if you ever need someone, it's also a path that you could look.
I've got a question on of my own though. So now, since Aquadream is out, you've been tinkering with.
There's a link pin.
There's a link
there.
Click on it, people. So, how is there like you talked like you skimmed over the fact that you were maybe having like a prototype or something for like, is there another project coming? Can you talk about it?
Yeah, I can't talk much about it because it's not like the idea is there, but I still need to build it up. But there's something coming up after Aquadream.
Yay!
Okay.
And I would like to start working on it, like maybe after the summer, maybe to have a great idea, and maybe take some time off a bit because it's been a long 15 months. So take a bit time off and start maybe in September, I would say. So I'm just working on the ideas and keeping my my knowledge of game dev or making little jams here and there.
So we are in the conceptualization phase.
Yep, exactly.
Nothing to show yet, but hey, something's coming.
Yeah, something is coming. Something is being wrote down.
You're brewing ideas.
Yep.
Just before cooking.
I can see though. Yeah.
Do you have an idea? Is it gonna be more story driven? Is it gonna be puzzle? What do you know? What kind? Or you just don't know yet, and you're still evasive on that subject?
I can say it's gonna be 2D for sure because it's on Game Maker. But I can say like it's gonna be a little bit more story driven. Okay. Maybe not like a big story like I would say like Spiral or my ideas that I had back in the days, but it's gonna be a nice story, I think.
Yeah, you're slowly going from no story to where you want to go.
Yep, exactly.
So you will to keep your scope in check. Yeah. It's something quite rare in the dev world, like knowing and respecting your own limits. It's I mean, I'm not good at that. I've got a bunch of ideas of game, but Jesus, I don't know how to make them. So
yeah.
I'm always the mean one telling him, yeah, but do you know how much time and how much money you'd need to do that? He's like, but don't destroy my idea. Yes, I'm not. You can go ahead. I'm just saying, maybe the scope is too big. Maybe.
So yeah, it's gonna be a bigger story than Aquadream, but maybe not like a story game. It's not gonna be a big story game, but it's gonna have a nice story to it.
Oh, sweet! Excited to see what's gonna be next. And we need to have you back to talk about your next one too.
Yeah.
When you're gonna be there. There is no rush. Oh. Thinking about that, we forget to share the picture that we took on Sunday on the social. We'll need to do that later on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, our secret post. But yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Did you wanted to go with your magic question?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was wondering if you were through asking your 3,000 questions, my dear Jess.
I think I am. I would like to see the anglerfish again before we go for sure. But I think on the question side, I think I'm good.
Can we, before I do this, could you pull up the? I don't know if you like pre-programmed it, but like, could you pull up the Aquadream Steam page?
Yes, it is. It is ready to go. I
There
was
you go.
fully aware it was gonna come.
Let's see some
Pew,
moving
pew,
pictures.
pew.
All right. So, Will, it will come to you as a surprise. It will be a deep, deep question that you will have to at least pretend that it's hard to answer.
All right.
We're going personal right now, Will.
Perfect.
We need raw. We need emotion. We need tears. We need blood. We need something new for me to say when I ask those questions, because I'm literally running out of ways to make it fakely dramatic.
I have a secret for you.
And
He's been in the chat before. I think you know where you're
that's
going.
why I'm like not. Yeah, I'm honestly not doing my 100%, but yeah, that's because I know that you know what's coming. Although I feel like I should have a variation right now, and I could wing it, but it might not be as interesting. So let's see, right? Will,
Yes.
you live in a world of culture. You
Indeed.
sit between the French and the English side of the world. You stumble across different media and stuff. Therefore, I would like to know, up until this day, this very day, what is your top 3 movies / television series of all time? Best of. You stuck on an island, you take them with you.
With no computer, just a game, and it's just a series.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I'm not.
you put your DVD cover. I don't know.
Ignore me. I'm not there to broke the question.
Yeah,
it was
please,
so long
thank
to
you.
arrive at the end, so just gonna leave.
To be honest, I didn't really watch a lot of series. I'm not a series guy, so
It could be all movies.
Oh, movies
I just don't
too?
want. Yeah, I mean, it could be all like only movies. I just don't want only series, because like movies are something of its own.
Okay, so it's more series than movies.
No, in fact, more movies than series.
He want more movies. It's just being open with people that don't watch movies.
Okay, fair enough.
There you go. Thank you, Jess.
Okay. So I would say one of the movies is Interstellar.
Oh, you've met a match.
So I think that's one of maybe my best movie of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think yeah.
Hold on. I wasn't
He was not prepared.
So have you seen like 2001 Space Odyssey? Have you seen The Martian? Have you seen the original Dunes? Like all of those classic long movies?
Maybe not all of them.
Okay. Because yeah, Interstellar is in my top 3 too, but might not be the first one.
Okay, I didn't listen. I'm not a big movie or a series guy, so I watch more movies because it's shorter, but I'm not tend to watch them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I go watch them at cinema, but I don't watch them at home.
Well, Tom Cruise, thanks.
Yeah, you keep them alive.
Those poor billionaires. All right, so I would suggest you to at least watch or try to watch, because it's a long-winded movie. 2001: Space Odyssey. Just watch it.
What did you call?
2001, 2001, Odyssey de l'espace. 2001: Space Odyssey. Watch it in English, please.
All right,
yeah.
I just write it down. I'm gonna have it right there.
It's a Stanley Kubrick masterpiece. You have to be amazed by the fact that it was filmed before we actually went to the moon, I think, or like in the same period. Anyway, the special effects are amazing for that time.
Already?
Yeah, it's mind blowing. I mean, they were working on with like small maquette, and but they're like so detailed. And just to give you like a bit of a snippet of info, there was no computer in that time, right?
Yep.
So when you've got like a moon and a ship coming to that moon, you either have an actual moon and an actual ship coming in front of the camera, or what they did was exposed one half of the 35 millimeter film that they were using with the moon, and then have the ship come on the side where it's not exposed, so that you have an actual double exposure on like on an actual film going through an actual camera without any kind of post-production. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, that's actually very cool. That's very cool.
Okay, but we're talking about you, Will. I'm gonna stop talking about me. So top one, Interstellar. Why?
I think it's very like the not the I would say like maybe the morals and in the movies and just the scenario in general. I think it's heavy in emotions. I would say it's a very it's a kind of movie you watch and you will remember the ending. I won't spoil anything, but the ending is give me the chills.
It's kind of a surprise. The first time I watched it, I was like, ooh.
It's a mixed feeling. You get a mixed feeling of it. It's a hard feeling to explain, to be honest, when you first watch it.
I'm gonna need to go watch it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's number one. Number two.
You're gonna hate me.
No.
It's I would say Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh, in the prequel too. Yeah. What's going on?
I'm sorry.
I have no emotion towards Star Wars. May they be negative
you
or
haven't
positive.
Even watched it, so you can't even know.
What are you talking
the third
about?
one from the prequel was if I remember correctly, a walk and talk film, right? Like they were all along the movie, they were all walking and talking.
I've watched all of them. What are you talking about?
I think they say the second one is worse in terms of walking. In terms of talking, yeah.
Win is there for the story. That's why I love him. Ain't not there for the fight with the saber that takes like 30 minutes.
The third one is kind of cool because you get the actual inception of Darth Vader, right?
Yep.
That's where you see how he jumped over the dark side.
The dark side.
Yep, and I think the fight is badass too.
Yeah, well, I mean, those are even in the like 4, 5, and 6th one, they were kind of cool, but the third one has nice VFX.
I think Anakin is the guy playing Anakin is a great actor too. I think he really, I don't know, he have the right feelings when playing Anakin. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Tortured, tortured scene, and I mean, his whole story with Padme. To be honest, I mean, when she dumps him, she's like dressed for anything but dumping someone. So poor guy.
Yeah.
That would have sent me to the dark side too.
Yep.
Like what, girl? What? I mean, Jesus, don't open. Anyway. All right. So number 2, and while we are talking about Star Wars, so you say that like the third one is on your top 3. So I'm guessing that you prefer the prequel to the original one and the J.J. Abrams soup that he made.
I would say I have a mixed rating. I would say.
Okay.
I love the episode 3, but I also love the episode 1, but the episode 2 is kind of meh.
Okay.
But
okay.
the original one are fun, but I didn't like the. I think it's episode 5. I think 4.
Right back. Yeah.
Yeah, the 4 I didn't really like it, but 5 and 6 are good. And then I don't want to talk to the 7, 8, and 9.
We're not going for the modern one. Okay.
No,
Cool.
no. But Rogue One was a great one.
Rogue One was an amazing war movie. I love that movie, but I love it as a war movie, and I don't know if it's insulting every time I say that. I guess it kind of is, but it's a compliment. None of the cast is rememberable. They're just people, and then you forget about them, but in a kind of way that makes sense, because a war is full of people that you don't remember. There is people that you remember, and then they put them in like the other Star Wars movie, but that one is specifically about those that you don't remember but change everything. And I think it's so cool.
In that context, yeah. Although I can remember, well, I don't remember the name, but yeah. I mean, I can see that old guy with a stick, and I can see that big guy with the laser machine gun.
Oh no, they did great. It's the casting is amazing. I in war movie section, it's really really good. It's like at the top of like I really liked it. I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, but I don't. I'm not negatively impacted or positively.
The sci-fi world right now is in pain. Like every franchise altogether, it's not going well. Star Trek is dying again for like the 5th time in his franchise life.
They're always coming back.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm old, right?
Yeah.
So like by the next time that they come back, I might not be able to watch it. So
I get it.
It's sad. But yeah, all right. So that was number 2. Now, number 3.
I don't know if you're gonna know this one. It's called La Villa è Bella.
Oh.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's La Vita è Bella.
La Vita. Yeah.
With that Italian guy.
Yeah, Italian guy.
Yeah, I don't know the name. He's a great actor. But yeah, that's the kind of movie that you watch once and you remember for the rest of your life.
Yep, it is a great movie, to be honest.
For
I really loved it.
Our English speaker, it's Life is Beautiful.
Yeah.
Life is Beautiful.
Yeah. It's
a movie about a dad living in Italy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's Italy, yeah.
Yeah. During the beginning or middle of World War II, maybe the end. Actually, it's been a while.
It's the end.
He's trying to make all of this a game for his kid, so hiding, not dying, starving, and I mean all of that, just to like prevent them from like having any kind of trauma about it. It's beautiful. I need to rewatch that movie.
So sad.
Yeah, I bought it physically because it's hard to watch it like online. They're on the Netflix, and they're I think there's no platform that have it. I think you can.
I think I have it in physical too in my book thingy there. But I'm not sure. I need to check it out. I'm sorry if my mic is too loud now. It's just that the cat is taking the space. So she doesn't agree with my mic being there. It's her place. Yeah. It's a really sad movie.
That's a nice top 3, Will.
Thank you.
Except for the Star
really
Wars
story driven. I approve.
Yep. I like story driven games or even movie.
Do we have a top 3 for the games? I want a top 3 for the games.
I was going for it.
I'm sorry, did you want it to like make like 300 sentence and like make a suspense out of it?
No.
Okay.
At that point, you know, I give up.
So
blood, sweat, tears, blah 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 blah.
I actually prepared for that question.
Oh yeah, were you? Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So the first one is gonna be maybe not the first one, but there's no specific order. So I actually took my games.
Oh way! You're the first one that does it. Okay, cool.
So I love this game so much, and I played like maybe 4 times. I think it's a great Assassin's Creed with a great story too.
Don't go too fast.
Yep.
The second one is with Ezio, right?
Yeah, Ezio Auditore.
Okay. We have something for Italy
even
here.
With the accent, right? So why that one instead of? And I know that like I'm hoping that your top 3 is not all Assassin's Creed's game. Why that one instead of like maybe the first one or Black Flag or why?
I would say the story is good. It's a nice story. To be honest, I don't know if you played it, but the soundtrack is amazing. This game soundtrack, to feel like that you are in the old Italy. It's insane, to be honest. And I think it's one of the game that you really feel like the build of the character was well built. I think now the game don't build their character enough.
They don't have depth as much as they did at first.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think Ezio Auditore is one of the characters that I love the most in all the video games.
Oh, that's
cool. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. All right. For those who wants to know, Jesper Kid did the music. I was sure it was Brian Tyler, but it's not. He came in for Black Flag.
Yep.
All right. So that's your number.
I don't have I have a top 3, but I don't have any order.
Yeah. Okay. And I love Will's taste, so I'm gonna try to play all of those games.
Perfect. So I'm gonna follow up with the second game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I have this one.
Dead. Yeah, is it The Walking Dead? Yeah.
The
Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead season 1.
Yeah, but what's the studio like? They were known for those.
Telltale.
Telltale. Yeah.
Yep. So that's one of my favorite games too. Even the season 2 was very good too. The season 1 is like the story is so nice. Yeah. Did you play the season 2?
I did not touch Telltale games.
Oh, really?
Before, or actually after they closed down, and a couple of them did a Star Trek game.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. Did you play the Star Trek game?
Yeah. I mean, well, of course, it's a Star Trek game, so of course
played them all.
They are too few and far between to be ignored. And it's really a telltale game. Maybe not like graphic wise. It's I think it's on Unity and like it's more of a like realistic looking. There's no like cell shading and stuff. But it's good. It's a solid B plot in like a TV series.
All right.
Could have been better. Would have done better if I was writing it.
It's easy to say. Easy to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay. We've got time. Let me rant a bit.
Not that much, but yes.
No, about Star Trek. It's important. As much as, and I'm going to make a comparison with Star Wars, but as much as we love to see strange new worlds and new civilization, when you build a game, you've got all of the lore behind you. A lot of stuff to use. So many different stories that could have been explored but did not for whatever reason. Why do you need to create a new alien species every goddamn time? You've got like a dictionary starting from A to Z and with numbers. You could use those. No, you need to build your own because like IP and stuff. And I get the legal stuff behind it, but why?
I think
Why?
like they did well with The Walking Dead though. They build up something and it works, to be honest. But sometimes like I think if they would have done that, like for example with Star Wars, it will I don't know.
They are still human
must
and
be very good.
zombies, so I guess that it worked too. And I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play every game that you recommend.
Yay!
All right, rant's over. Thank you.
we need a third one. We need a third one.
All right, final game. Oh, I don't know if you guys know this one.
To the moon. Yes, that one is on my wish list.
You've got
The
a Switch
box.
game in box.
The
Yeah,
box.
It's not even
sealed.
open.
Yeah, it's the collector because my girlfriend bought it too, and I keep mine sealed because I don't own a Switch. I just bought it to because I love the game so much.
I've heard so much about that game, but I've never played it. So
Talking about it.
It's a gem, to be honest. If you like story games, you're gonna be served.
It's a Canadian game.
Is it?
Yeah.
From whom?
Yes.
Game from dev and composer, Canadian composer Can. I'm gonna switch to English because it's hard.
I thought it was an Asian game.
Well, the guy is Asian, but let me find the English. All right. So, To the Moon is a 2011 adventure game developed and published by Freebird Games. It was originally released for Windows, and the French version was talking about the guy, and the English version is not. But that's game feature, blah, 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 blah. The game was designed by Kang Zhao, using the RPG Maker XP toolkit. Development started in 2010 when Gao was struck by question of mortality following his grandfather's life-threatening condition. Would become Freebird's game. Okay, so To the Moon would become Freebird's game first commercial product following a smaller experimental game released for free on their studio website. The game was later updated to include free downloadable content. Blah blah blah. There was a Canadian mention somewhere.
Yeah, you don't have
version.
to go that far. You can just Google Freebird Games, and it's gonna say Freebird Games is a Canadian indie game studio.
There we go. That's why she's project manager and I'm the one talking.
Well, I didn't know that, to be honest.
So, what's the story about of that one?
It's the story that so you played like doctors, and you have like patient, and you have like you have a machine, and like people pays to to leave their dream before they died. and the story is just you go to see the patients, and I try to make their wish come true. So that's basically it. And now you're gonna meet Johnny in this game, and the story is about him. I know they made like another game after that, but I didn't go as well as this one. But I know this To the Moon was very good. This I don't want to say a lot about the story because it's a story game.
Yeah.
So, if Jess wants to play it,
I will. I will.
So I won't tell too much, but
they have a bunch of them on Steam. They have Finding Paradise, released in 2017.
Yeah.
They have Imposter Factory in 2021, A Board Story in 2014, and the newest one is To the Moon Beach Episode. It's like an extension of this series, I think.
It's actually called just a To the Moon series beach episode. So I'm guessing that they're going to.
I played 2 of their other games, and it was nice, but I don't remember them, to be honest. It's not like To the Moon.
They had really a lot of like achievement and award for the writing on To the Moon, and every time we've talked about Spiral, there was someone saying like, "Do you know To the Moon?" So it looked like amazing. I didn't want it to play it while we were working on it, but I need to go back to it and have it for my.
They actually just released like a couple months ago a version for Xbox too, so I need to replay it on Xbox now.
Yeah, for those who don't know, by the way, I don't think it was mentioned. Will has been our unofficial Xbox playtester. I mean, we should pay you, Will. We should pay.
He only has credit in the credit. What? I did.
Yeah, he only has credit.
I needed to. Did I do that? I remember asking you to send you things. Did I send you things, or I didn't? Did I just talk about it? Yes. I did not.
Send me what?
Like a postcard and sticker and things like that.
Oh, yeah. You sent me this. Yes.
Because I thought about it. I think I asked. Did I do it? Okay, perfect.
But I think I'm not in the credits yet.
You are in the PC version. You're in the special text.
Okay, in the PC. Okay, in the
probably
in the
that
PC
the update on the Xbox hasn't been done yet.
Okay.
I'm not gonna start on that subject, but you know what I think.
Speaking of which, though, you said that you were maybe thinking about porting Aquadream to other platforms.
Oh, it's not a thinking; it's a doing.
It's a do. Okay.
Yeah, the Xbox version on the Aquadream is coming very soon. To be honest.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's working on that? Are you?
No, it's another studio that's gonna do the porting and publishing.
Not the same as us, just so you know.
No, it's a publisher that works on Game Maker.
Yeah.
So
myself right now, no comment. Thank you.
I wish the best to Aquadream on Xbox.
I would love to make Aquadream on like on Switch and PlayStation.
Oh, it would be sweet.
Yeah. I mean, the Switch would be like a perfect match.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think so.
It would be great.
But the publisher, it's hard to find a publisher, to be honest. And when I found one, and it was he only do Xbox games, so I was like, it's okay, but maybe I'm still continuing to see what I can do.
I think some people in Quebec that I've learned later on, like studios that make games, a couple of them also do their own porting. I think we're in communication with one for one of our port. So I don't know if they would do an association or a collab for that. I don't know. I don't know if they know Game Maker either. That's adding on top of it, like
maybe
yeah. Because the Game Maker that's why I don't do it. It's because I don't know how to port a game.
Yeah.
I could try it, but the Game Maker fees for the console port is like for PC and cell phone is a one-time pay. It's 100 USD, but for console I think it's like 150 USD, and it's per month.
Per month?
Wow.
Yep. So I don't want to.
We do that? I
Yeah.
don't think so. I
If
don't
you
think
had
we
like
pay
a
that.
guarantee that it would be a commercial success, that would be a no-brainer. But like,
like that's
that's
why I love in religion because they take a cut, but after, so
Yeah.
you can do it for free and
Oh,
it's a
that's
double-edged
yeah.
sword. Like you, when you sell a game $10 that you've made with Unreal, you need to pay Unreal and then pay Steam and then maybe have
The
dividends for
publisher.
yeah. So you end up with, even though, and I've seen stories about like real big commercial success with like devs that came out of it with little to no cash
When you're working with a publisher, there's nothing that tells you that you're gonna get a deal. And often, depending on what you're getting with the publisher, you might have a deal just for the marketing, but you might have a deal for financing. So they're telling you, we're gonna pay you to do the game, but then we're gonna pay ourselves 3 times before you get a dime of it.
Yeah.
So
it's like 40% of whatever's left for like up until we get our investment back, and then it's only 25%.
Yeah. With publisher, it's it depends. If you're big enough, you can like negotiate, but if you just want a publisher, you might just get nothing out of it but a name, which is still more than nothing. But you know,
but you're still tied to that publisher, and
for that
like,
game,
no matter,
for that game.
I know, but like no matter how big your game gets, you're still tied to another corporate entities that you have absolutely no control over.
Yes, but you also didn't have to be bold and not have a job for a couple of years while you make that game. So it's choosing what is better for you. What do you need? What do you want? But yeah, I'm not a big fan of publisher in general. We have an amazing one in China for just localization and that side, but I'm not a big fan of most publisher. But I definitely understand why someone needs to go with them, because not everyone has 6 years to invest.
And nobody has. Spiral is an exception in itself.
Oh,
should not be taken as an example.
Someone needs attention.
Oh, again.
Yes, she's back. She's saying we're closing on the thing. We're gonna need to go outside.
Should be out. Look outside.
Yes,
quick before it rains.
To go outside.
All right. Well, I've done my big dramatic questions. So usually, so what?
No. Continue your sentence.
Okay. Well, usually at that point, we end up closing the stream and or rating someone else. I don't know who we could read.
Read?
Right?
Who could read? First and foremost, okay? If we're leaving that stream, baby, wait a minute. We're gonna go outside. So, before we end that thing, do you want to redirect anyone on any of your social? Do you have any announcement? Do you need to? It's your time to like say, hey, bye, wishlist.
Time to shine.
I am on Blue Sky, Twitter, X, whatever that thing is.
Yeah, I can. You can follow me on every social. I have X, Facebook, Instagram. I have a Discord too. I read. That's the best thing, I think, Discord, because we talk a lot there, and
share the link in the chat if you can.
Yes, I will. So I think the Discord is the best way to talk about Aquadream and see every exclusive thing that's gonna happen.
Excellent.
One moment.
No problem at all. So yeah, as usual, it's 2:46, so we're gonna need to answer because Anto is gonna need to take care of his children. Apparently, that's what Dad does. I'm gonna take a look while you search for the link. And
I got it.
Yes, thank you. We have
Oh, there you go.
Carto Plays that is playing right now. We have Super Rush Pro that is there too.
I would go with Carter Plays.
Carter, okay.
I
Go there.
don't know what he's playing though.
Nancy
I think that
Drew is playing Nancy Drew. I miss Carter. Nice. Where can it go?
oh, you've got like a couple of stuff to do to be yes. I will not be a bad guy. We should have that on Spiral Discord.
I'm gonna click on it, but after we're done. But thank you so much for being with us, Will, and talking about
Thank you for the invitation.
It was really sweet.
Well, of course. I mean, of course. I wanted to add you sooner, but schedule got in the way.
No worries. No worries.
And yeah, we seem to be doing this for real now. So yeah, we are people going to share at some point when Jess gets on with it.
Yes.
A schedule, because if I'm not wrong, we've got a dev talk for every Wednesday for July, right?
We don't have them approved yet because some of them need to answer me, but we have a bunch of them. Most
Cool.
of the Wednesday that.
Which one are confirmed?
We have Rage Girl next week with
Yeah.
Goons. We have
It's gonna be a
Mooncube
tense one.
with Spirit City on July 2.
So we can talk about it now.
I never thought that we could not talk about it.
Okay,
They
cool.
said yes.
Oh.
There is 3 other one that I need to approve with make sure that they're available on those dates
Cool.
for those other week. And there was Araka Studios that said that they were gonna the baby blush that were gonna be available at the end of July. Oh, okay, so cute. Looks so fun to pet.
Yes, indeed.
Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, but
Right.
there's a couple that I need to make sure, but I'm gonna try to reach out to them this week so we can then give the calendar next weekend, maybe. Try. I'm on the spot. I'm the one not making my job right now. That's why we don't have them.
Send that email to yeah, okay.
To who?
So maybe put that.
Are you trying to make me put me on the spot again? What did I do?
Yeah, well, no, but you've been talking about it for the past 6 months, so I'm guessing that it's done.
No,
right?
I haven't done the email. It's almost a year now.
You should just send what you have right now, because those kids are gonna finish their
They're gonna
college
die before I
education
finish.
before they get any information.
Okay, I'm gonna have time next week. Next week, I'm gonna finish that email. I'm gonna send it, and I'm gonna have a calendar. Okay, that's the promise I do here, and I'm gonna do that because I'm not as good, but
I'm gonna check.
And
I'm gonna check on the next Wednesday.
Cool. So, perfect. So thank you again for talking with us and for being there.
Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation. It was a pleasure.
Really?
It was very
I
fun indeed.
appreciate you more than I did before we talked. So
now you're
except
gonna
your
hate me
second
because
movie,
of Star
but-
Wars.
I
Nobody's
think you have great
perfect.
taste. True.
At one point, somebody will answer like Star Trek 2 is my best movie, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna marry you.
It's okay. My dad prefers Star Trek too. So
Yeah, he's a good man.
Do you know what I'm hearing from that? It's that you're old.
I heard the same thing.
Or that you have the age of the dad.
You have to be wiser to love Star Trek. That's what I heard.
Saying.
He's a wise man indeed.
Okay, well, I'm gonna launch the raid, and we're gonna go say hi to Carter, and we're probably Carter. I'm not able to pronounce it correctly. Carter. No.
Carter plays.
Carter.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna say hi, and thank you everyone. So
have a good one.
Yep. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We need to keep that bye-bye for like 6 again, and then we're gonna go for real. So,
Bye.
bye-bye.